Welcome back for a new game review. As always, of course, this is Goku-san DBZ, and this is the game review for Gravity Rush, which is, of course, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. Now, the unique thing about Gravity Rush is I love the cel-shaded art style, and if you're curious at all gameplay and stuff, check out my playlist. I've done a full playthrough of Gravity Rush Remastered, as well as about half of a playthrough I've uploaded from Gravity Rush 2. I need to eventually get around finishing that record playthrough. But, yeah, if you like cel-shaded art style and everything, Gravity Rush is definitely a good game. I highly recommend it. It's a solid game, great mechanics. Now, quickly mention, of course, the game. Your main protagonist is a girl named Kat, spelled K-A-T, and of course, a actual supernatural cat called Dusty, which gives her the power of gravity, which allows her to do gravity shifts. Basically, rather than your traditional flying and stuff, you're just using gravity to move. But one thing I like specifically about the Vita version is the fact that you can use the touch mechanics and stuff in on the actual Vita. That's one thing I like about the touchscreen. If you put both thumbs at the very bottom corners, you can do a gravity slide and stuff, and you can turn the Vita and stuff, and it turns Cat while doing the gravity slide in the game. See, its mechanics and things like that is one of the things I do like about the Vita. I like the sensor abilities it has. I like the touch screen as well as the back touch screen, which very few games have actually used that outside of Uncharted Dawn Abyss. But seriously, this is a great game. It has a really enjoyable, in my opinion, you hear music right now from the Pleasure Quarter in the background. As one thing I love about this game, it has great orchestra pieces of music, like the one for Old Town, which basically feels like some out of a Hayao Miyazaki film. And then you have this with the cool, little jazzy blues feel to it, which is perfect for the environment. But total, you have four normal cities you will travel to, and you will get to have some very unique and interesting boss battles throughout the different places. Plus, I actually enjoy the side missions, the side quests. I actually find quite fun. But not everyone does, but I think the side quests and side missions in this game are a lot of fun. Now, personally, if you want more content, I recommend getting Gravity Rush Remastered, as you can get all the DLC and stuff in that one bundle price, where this is just the base game and then you have to pay extra for the DLC. Unfortunately, which sucks. Or just get a digital version of Remastered, and hey, that way. But if you have a Vita or you've thought about getting a Vita, this would be my recommendation, the first game to play on the Vita. It's a lot of fun. I like the fact there are mechanics like you have to gather gems and stuff in order to do upgrade on your abilities. Since it doesn't have a traditional grind type mechanic to it, though it does have RPG gravel status upgrades and everything that you see in many skill trees, though it's implemented differently in this game. And I do appreciate that. This game is very refreshing, very different from. I literally cannot think of a single other video game that is anything like Gravity Rush. It is very unique in that aspect. For that, besides enjoying the side missions and stuff and the awesome boss battles, I feel the game is genuinely just a lot of fun. The music, as I said, I give the music an A plus, plus if I could. But the game mechanics are very sharp, very intuitive. It really uses the abilities and everything, mechanics of the Vita very well, and I think this is the best way to play the game. Though I get if you want to play it with the PS4, but I just don't like the controls as much with a regular controller. I much prefer just using the other. just the Vita version. I just feel plays easier and everything. I enjoy it more. But keep in mind also, I love to point out how much I've liked this game. I've done beginning to end. I've played this game like 6 times, beginning to end, full playthroughs of the game. That's how much I genuinely enjoy the game. The music and the given it uses a really nice cel shade art style, it helps graphically it age a lot better. I think the environments are interesting. The story can be quite confusing at times when you get really into the actual meat of the story. It does get very confusing at times. But like I said, the gameplay is an A plus, the music is an A plus. I still enjoy for as cheesy as the story is and as much as it doesn't make sense. But one thing I really love about the game is rather than sticking with traditional like normal cutscenes and stuff, they go for more of a comic book route instead. And when you move the Vita around, it moves around in the game as well, which is cool. With the comic book style they went with for like the cutscenes, and I actually like that. But keep in mind, they had to do something like that to decrease the amount of memory for the game. So that's one thing you have to also keep in mind. There are certain gravity, or rather graphic limitations to this game. So you have to keep these different aspects in mind when playing Gravity Rush. But all around, I think it's a solid, well put together package. And I would say at the end of the day, personally, I give this game an A plus, but it's also in my top 10 favorite games of all time. So bias is all heck here. But at least I'm gonna be honest with you about that, my bias. So with that said, do I recommend you play this? Oh, most definitely. It's more than worth it. Now, if you don't have a Vita, you have a PS4, I would recommend probably then going with a digital version, as you can get a digital version of Gravity Rush Remastered a lot of times on sale, and a lot of place PSN sales going on, and you can get pretty cheap usually. Like if you want Vita, you're probably looking at anywhere from $20 to $40 range if you're one physical in box and everything. Now, I would not recommend getting the Gravity Rush Remastered physical, as it was a very limited release through Amazon, and the cheapest I've seen the game going for is like $70 and up. So I wouldn't recommend that. So if you're gonna play on PS4, get digital, because a lot of times you can get on sale for under $10, and it's definitely worth that amount of money. But anyways, that is it for now. This is my most recent video game review, my actually very first ever PS Vita game review. So leave a comment below to mention what some games maybe in the future you'd like me to review. But I am going to quickly announce today one of the next game reviews that I am working on, now that Gravity Rush is done, is a little game you may or may not have heard of. In honor of the greatness and everything, I decided I'm going to be working on a retro game review in the near future for the PS1, and that is a review of Bloody Roar 2 The New Breed. I just felt it was about time to do a normal, traditional review on the game and talk about it. But with that said, I'll see everyone next time. Stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the blues, jazzy music in the background from Pleasure Quarter. I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Have a good holiday season.